Hello and welcome back. My name is Mori and today we're doing something different in this channel. So I reacted to Ado, I reacted to anime, reacted to other music. But this time it's the first time I'm reacting to something that related to music, but it's actually a documentary. So documentary? Yeah, English. Good. So yeah, we're going to react to Ado, the voice of a generation. I heard it's amazing and some people in the community asked me to do it, so I do it. And actually Coco Leong 9660, that one is for you, bro. I promised and I do it. So music lovers and Ado lovers, let's watch it. Let's see the story of Ado.
You know, as someone who's been consuming Japanese entertainment for a decade and a half, I've always had a hard time convincing people why they should buy into that stuff too. Japanese music in particular.
Let's go,
I mean,
Japanese
you've got a
music.
fresh, distinct sound through J-pop. Annie songs always find a way to create an emotional connection for the listener to latch onto.
I love
and
you, Japanese
Vocaloid, with
people.
its refreshing breadth of producers and individual styles. But even among such an insane talent pool already, Ado is a completely different breed. Ado has been breaking out on the global stage with a voice unlike any other and better than any other. This is somebody whose unique voice has reached the world in a manner all her own. This is the greatest singer of this generation. So without further ado, this is Ado.
Ready for my show.
Alright, Dandy, sorry. Like and subscribe. I really like this dude. I don't know, it's first time I see something from him, but I love the way he introduced us to things and like his edit. So let's go.
Our story naturally starts in Japan, where Ado was born in.
I'm so excited. We're gonna hear the story of Ado right now. I'm super excited for this because I know just like pieces of the puzzle, but I kind of feel that the puzzle is going to get more complete for me right now. So let's do it.
Tokyo on October 24th, 2002.
It's gonna be a journey.
That's all we know about Ado herself. We don't know
2002.
her real name, nor do we know what she looks like. We do know
October
that once upon a time, she
24.
was just an elementary school girl that dreamed of being a manga artist. As a young girl, she liked to draw, but she and her drawings would be picked on by fellow classmates. This girl was plain, shy, pessimistic, didn't talk to many people, actively avoided people that stood out, and didn't feel confident in herself or anything that she did. She was, by her own admission, a very gloomy person. There was one thing that brought color into her life, that being the mysterious world of Vocaloid. As far back as 5 to 6 years old, she was exposed to Vocaloid through outlets like Nico Nico Doga and the DSi application Flipnote Studio, where people were uploading videos derived from all the Vocaloid classics of the day. Voices such as Gumi, the Kagamine twins, and, of course, Hatsune Miku. It was something unusual,
I know Hatsune Miku,
but it filled the girl with wonder, and she wanted
I
more.
react to some
Later on her
of them
3DS, she
together.
would continue diving deeper into this rabbit hole through Nico Nico, where there was nothing but Vocaloid content as far as the eye could see. A place where she was home. Along with the world of Vocaloid, the girl also became infatuated with AiAiA, a group of amateur singers that would try to sing covers of Vocaloid songs and upload them online. People such as Senra, Hanatan, Kano, and Mafu Mafu brought their vocal styles to the table, all without showing their face.
That's
the focus was all on the art, and the girl loved that. She also loved singing, and with that, maybe she could be in AiAiA too? Why not? It's not like she believed in anything else going for her in her life. And just like that, this girl would be an AiAiA. But to hide her identity, she needed a pseudonym. Her mind wandered back to when she was learning about Japanese theater, and the word Ado came to mind. This was a term used in Kyogen theater that referred to the secondary character, whereas shite referred to the main character. It was poetic. Ado, a singer whose songs have enough power to support someone else's story.
Wow.
Except, that isn't why she picked it at all. The real reason was because she thought it was cool. She didn't actually know what it meant. Regardless, Ado would take this name and her sole talent to the top of the world.
Oh, it is.
After getting a starter kit to record her songs, Ado slowly figured out how it all worked and set up a spot to record in her closet with any soundproofing material she could find. Once it was all together, she uploaded her first cover of Kimi no Taion on January 10th, 2017.
That's her first cover? What you just
For being
heard
14,
now?
I think she's onto something here.
14?
She thought so too, feeling a confidence in her singing like she had never felt in anything before.
Oh my
So she
God.
kept singing.
That's her in 14?
Through a combination of experience and her voice maturing, Ado found a style that suited her. Taking influence from Japanese singers like Sheena Ringo and Western bands like Queen and Kiss, her once soft vocals developed a kick to them, mixing various vocal techniques to add character to her singing. Developing her voice wasn't done through any sort of training, but just seeing what new skills she could add to her repertoire. Years of activity resulted in Ado developing a vocal identity rooted in power and poise.
One of a kind. She's
During
a one
this
of a
whole
kind.
process, Ado further immersed herself into Utaite culture. Shortly after kicking things off, she went to see Mafu Mafu live, where she experienced the mystique of being in Utaite in person. So many people were gathered to hear a singer whose face no one had seen, and yet the songs moved the entire audience. Ado wanted to replicate that, dreaming of one day putting on a concert in front of a packed Saitama Super Arena. She dreamed big. But despite the ambition, her own psyche led to her carrying a lot of baggage on her
So it's
journey.
not a new thing.
One time she went to go see an active singer she had met online.
No
But
face
when she saw them
artists.
perform, it wasn't to the ideal that she had thought. To her, it was unprofessional, unserious, and she turned that train of thought back to her. Was she
Really?
the fool for trying too hard in this industry if the fools she had seen were lurking around every corner? Was going down this path even worth it at all? Maybe her idea wasn't right. Maybe everything she thought she knew about the world of singers was a lie. These thoughts clouded her mind. But she kept going anyway. She'd make use of that pain. She'd continue to believe that she was in the right and never give up. You're listening to Ado's cover of Boca della Verità, her biggest hit for any cover she had posted before her debut by a lot. It's even got more views than the original on YouTube. Before this, she ended up making her first initial breakout after appearing on Whale Don't Sleep's Osmanthus in December of 2019. After that, she kept on getting invited to do projects. She'd do one with John Yakitori that hit #1 on Spotify's Japan Viral 50 chart, and on another, she'd team up with legendary Vocaloid producer Pseudo. Ado and her reputation were on the rise when she joined the talent agency Cloud9, and on October 15, 2020, announced that she was signing with Universal Music Japan under Virgin Music. Years of grinding and developing herself brought her to a new frontier. Ado was a professional singer. Ado stated before with how bad she was at everything else in life, she was worried that if she couldn't get a professional career going, she'd end up becoming a need. So, thank God this worked out. Now, it was time to make her professional debut. But it needed to be the right song. A song that showcased everything Ado could do. Something that wouldn't just put her on the map, but one that would allow her to explode
Usseewa?
and catch fire. And she got all of that on the night before her 18th birthday. Ato's debut single, Usseewa, produced by Pseudo, dropped on October 23rd,
Wow,
2020.
such a good
on a
song.
technical level, Ato drew from a toolkit she spent years putting together and blew up, and this song became an anthem for the Japanese youth. Usseewa calls out the social norms in Japan and rejects any intent to conform to the status quo. Mix that with Ato's punchy, harsh vocals and tie it together with the fact that this song is catchy as hell, and you have a mega hit that on YouTube has seen, oh my god! Usseewa was a massive hit.
Wow.
And it was also extremely polarizing. Parents thought it was a bad song for their kids. Those that didn't see it as relatable thought it was edgy, and others just thought the way Ato sang was weird. That part probably had a lot to do with the controversy. Take something like Racing into the Night by
Weird on the
Yoasobi,
best way it can be.
subject-wise substantially more disturbing than Usseewa. But Lila's voice was nicer, so people looked the other way.
Oh, you're
Usseewa,
sub,
I
yeah,
assume
love
people
her.
thought Otto's voice alone would transform legions of children into delinquents. Some of these comments hurt her, but she took pride in how her voice was able to reach people and liked wearing the title of being a voice for the generation. Similar to influential singers like Billie Eilish that have been doing the same sort of thing. Ato was here and in the spotlight. Maybe not exactly in the way she thought, but eyes and ears were on her, and that's what mattered. Usseewa made Ato the youngest artist to hit 100 million hits for a release. The song went to the
Really?
top of the Oricon Digital Singles Chart, the Spotify Viral 50 chart in Japan, and Billboard Japan's Hot 100. Most impressively, without ever having a physical release. This is a
Wow.
big deal because even in 2020, Japan's music economy was still anchored on physical releases. Usseewa was a major contributor to the country shifting towards streaming. It was also big for the
Great
community of
information.
Vocaloid and Utaite Ato came from, as she was willing to bring that world with her for everyone in Japan to see. Being an immediate success, Ato propelled herself forward, releasing single after single after single. People were coming along for the ride, and the songs that she was putting out were produced by several Vocaloid producers. Ready Made and Gira Gira, produced by 3 and Tenny Woha respectively, continue to push Ato's angst further in different ways.
It just feels like all the music that like made her be Ado, she's getting better than everyone else, right? She's just like on the top right now, more than all of the rest of them. That's so amazing to see something like this. Someone that like is a fan of something, and then this something becoming the fan of this guy, girl, or whatever artist. I wish all of us could find this in their life in a way, like being fans of something and then to be better than this thing. That's really something that I wish to all of us.
Ready Made jazzifying
Whoever
it and
wants
Gira
it.
Gira slowing it down. Then Odo, produced by Giga and Celluloid, ramps the energy Otto's capable of to 11.
I didn't hear Gira Gira yet.
Otto was gaining more and more pedigree, and part of this was because to help promote her releases, a lot of them were used as tie-ins to other projects to put more ears on her. Eventually, a little over a year into her professional career, it was finally time to make the next big step. Otto's first album. Kyogen released on January 26, 2022, and
What picture.
let's just cut to the
So
chase.
beautiful.
It sold over 100,000 copies in its first week, the first album by a
Wow.
female artist to do that in 13 years, to reach platinum status, topped every chart it appeared on, and was the first debut album by a female artist to debut and peak at #1 in a decade. The album
Wow.
itself is made up of 14 tracks, split in half between pre-existing singles and brand new stuff. You
Okay.
could go from the
Wait,
rush of split in
which one
half
of them I know? None of them? Just Usseewa? Just Usseewa. And I heard Gira, like the name, but didn't hear the song. and Odo. I heard the name. Wow, okay. That's a lot of songs to hear.
Between pre-existing singles and brand new stuff. You could go from the rush of Ashura-chan to newfound intensity of originals like Motherland, which was also used in Japanese broadcasts for the 2022 Winter Olympics. Kyogen proved that Ado wasn't just edgy. She was a genuine, versatile talent that the country had taken notice of. It was a victory for the young artist Ado was becoming and the Vocaloid community that she was bringing along for the ride. While we're going ahead and making waves, Ado went ahead and performed
I love this Dandy guy.
live show,
It is
Kikiki,
amazing.
on April 4th, 2022. Here we have not just another major step in Ado's career, but a major pillar in her art. Ado's lives consist of her harshly backlit to keep her face hidden, leaving her singing and the rest of the production to do the heavy lifting. It was a pivotal moment to establish how she was going to express herself on stage and a major success in its own right. With a wildly successful debut album and her first concert under her belt, what big move Ado does next is anybody's guess.
Pick up your phone ringing, pick up your phone.
Hey Ado, it's Toei Animation. I just wanted to say that we want you to sing the songs for the upcoming One Piece movie we're working on.
Yes. Oh, great songs.
In the summer of
I did
2022,
reaction to
Toei
this.
announced that Ado will be
Amazing.
lending her voice to the soundtrack for One Piece film Red. If what she was doing before wasn't enough for you, she would now be singing songs made by some of the biggest names in the J-pop world for what may very well be the single most popular piece of Japanese media. This was an otherworldly opportunity for people across the globe to be exposed to her voice. One Piece film Red was the single biggest breakout moment of her career. It was
Wow.
my first exposure to Ado. I wasn't even that deep into One Piece at the time. I barely started Arlong before a friend invited me to go see it in theaters, but oh my goodness, was it one of the best on a whim decisions I have
Nice.
ever made. Bear with me because Film Red is a battle shonen musical. A combination of words that I never thought would ever go together, but coordinate
I
spectacularly.
must watch this
and it
video,
wouldn't be
this
so without
movie,
how the
actually,
songs
I
Ado
didn't.
sings are woven into such an incredible
And I love
story.
One Piece.
Sup, it's me, Dandy. I originally put together a 10-minute segment going over this movie and its music. It got hit with acclaim that affected its visibility worldwide. To ensure this video remains up, that segment has been cut in its entirety. But don't worry, if you'd like to see the full version of this segment with the rest of the video, check the link in the description. Just know that my point was to take you through all the songs in the movie and how integral they are to the experience, because Film Red is incredible for many reasons, but the soundtrack is the crown jewel. I also focused a lot on Uta herself because, let's be clear, not dismissing the excellent performances in both Japanese and English, but Uta is most synonymous with Ado. In just 7 songs, she has to squeeze everything about Uta through her voice, and Ado provides nuanced storytelling through the songs like you wouldn't believe.
Really?
The film would not be the same without this soundtrack. To that same notion, there's reason to believe that there's something connecting Ado and Uta on a deeper level. That desire to reach people through song for Uta is the one thing she puts all her stock into. Very similar to how Ado has done the same. Ado herself has confirmed that link for
Nice.
herself, and while on Oda and Toei's side it may be coincidence, it might also be further evidence that you can't have one of these without the other. The soundtrack of this film not only went platinum, but Ado's stocks just freaking... So much acclaim came her way, and a lot of people got funneled into listening to Ado. As this was
Wow.
happening, Ado finally
I
achieved
didn't
her
know
dream
this,
of
actually.
performing at the Saitama Super Arena on August 11th, 2022. Not to make that seem like a footnote, but to iterate how
At the age of
ridiculous
20.
this period was for Ado. The entire world was curious about this rising star, and Ado signed a deal with Geffen Records to help distribute her music internationally. This unprecedented wave of popularity meant the start of something big, way bigger than Ado could have ever thought. A chance to shine on the world stage, a trajectory her career was going that can only be referred to as... Ado pumped out some more singles following Film Red, including I'm a Controversy, directly calling out the polarization surrounding her from her debut. She embarked on her first ever national tour, Mirage, from December 2022 to January 2023. She tacked on another side quest when she hosted her own radio show on All Night Nippon from spring 2023 to spring 2024. But she wasn't done. She went on a second national tour, Mars, going across nearly a dozen stops from June 2023 to September 2023.
That's just
all the while
insane.
exploring multiple distinct styles through singles she released during this time frame. By August 2023, things would go from
I think she's the first in the world
she
to do
collaborated with
something like
K-pop group
this.
Les Seraphim on the Japanese version of their song
I reacted
Unforgiven.
to this song
In
as well.
September, Universal Studios Japan commissioned Ado to perform a song for their Halloween event for the year. You know,
Nice.
nothing special. It
Nothing
became her third
special.
#1 single. Hey Otto, while you're at it, can you do the opening for season 2 of Spy Family? Kuda kuda! Arranged by Yoko Kanno, the same woman that did the music for Cowboy Bebop, Otto's having so much fun on this track. Let her do more anime songs,
Wow.
please! Love of God! Otto was thrilled to be part of an anime that she'd been following for so long, and this is probably the one Spy Family opening
my
that
God.
encapsulates the overall vibe
Singing
of the series
for
the most.
anime,
At
that's-
this point, Otto
that's
is
a
shaping
dream.
J-pop culture as we know it, when she started thinking of a much larger ambition: to take her culture and share it with the world. Wish was the first time Otto would go global with 14 shows across Asia, Europe, and America. The announcement ignited so much excitement that was really fast. Through this tour, Otto wanted to fulfill her wish of showcasing herself and her culture to the world. J-pop, Vocaloid, Utaite, everything that made her up.
She's
The tour was a
amazing.
massive
I love how
success,
she's
and the world kept clamoring
acting
for
on the
more,
stage.
and Otto kept delivering. Let's just run down the list here. In November, she did her first fashion collaboration, which while this shit's raw, you can't pay me to pay this much. Also before Wish, she launched her first official cover album in December called Otto's Utatamita album, with 10 covers, including a tribute to Sheena Ringo's Crime and Punishment.
Oh, that's an amazing song. I reacted to it as well.
Also in this album is a cover of Unravel. There's actually a fierce debate on whether or not this or the original is the superior version, and here's my take.
Oh my
I rest my
god.
case. Otto produced an idol
That's
group that debuted
amazing
in June
song. What is it,
2024, and they have
AiAiA?
Otto's
I'm not sure
fingerprints
if it's
all
AiAiA.
over them. While we're just going on this run, Otto released her second studio album, Zanmu, in 2024. It was mostly previously released singles packaged into a physical release. Translating to Unfulfilled Dreams, Zanmu serves as a reflection on both the dreams Otto has seen come true so far and the dreams she has yet to fulfill. It also, she has yet to release an album that hasn't peaked at #1 on some chart, by the way. Going into 2025, she's still fiercely asserting herself in this business as hard as she ever has. More singles, more collabs, one of them being a fun one with Gegege no Kitaro.
Oh.
And by this point, she's done multiple collabs with international artists, one with Imagine Dragons and another with Jax Jones
Take
for
Me
a
to the
song
Beach,
featured in
that's a
Beyblade
great
X.
song. Also reacted to it.
Otto world domination is in effect. I repeat, the world is becoming hers. Has this meteoric rise
It
changed
is.
her as a person? Has she become accepting of herself and made peace with her demons in this bright light? Well,
There is
Not
something in
exactly.
her that you just must love. I don't know how it happened, but it just, I feel
Otto
like
has been Otto the entire
you
time.
have to love her.
She's still the same girl that recorded songs in her closet. Actually, she still records alone the majority of the time, whether it's originals in an empty studio or covers in her apartment. This is kind of a testament to her ability to self-direct. Going even deeper into her process, it further speaks about her attention to detail. This has led Otto to a lifestyle where she's working 13-hour days to make sure she's getting everything just right. Admittedly, she thinks she could be doing a lot better, but that's just the way she's been doing things. Otto has a fixation on her art and keeping it sacred. People may assume that Otto's nervous about showing her face because she desires privacy, and that's
She's the most
part of the
pretty
reason.
in the world.
But the main reason is because of her being an Utaite. She wants to keep the mythos of this culture going as a part of it. Utaite have always tried to keep their identities hidden for the sake of letting their music shine.
She's
Some have
true
finally
pretty.
revealed their
She
faces,
don't want
but
people
Otto's serious about that aspect
be
of her art.
jealous of her.
That's why it's unlikely that we'll ever see a face reveal at any point in her career. That's also why Otto
And she's an
like
alien.
this. Her name is Chando, and she's basically Otto's anime stand-in. It's a sleek design that's tied together with blue roses, which are
Chando?
all over Otto's branding.
What?
Fun fact, blue roses typically mean something along the lines of impossible love. But when Japan figured out how to artificially make blue roses in the 2000s, they took on a new meaning of the impossible becoming possible. Otto took this and made it a part of her brand to embody that new message and
Nice.
dreams coming true. Expression through her music extends into the music video.
So much
While each
information
song
in
she
this
puts out
video.
intends to reflect a specific emotion or theme, there's a distinct character to go along with each video to make more impactful the story she's telling and the feeling she wants to convey. Outside of her music, Otto's pretty simple. She has her personal life outside of her career, but whenever she is public, be it through when she was over the air or whenever she streams, Otto allows her fans to see her human side.
綺麗なペンライト。
If you want, there's also a secret club where you can enjoy loads of Otto content, but don't tell anyone I told you that. When she's not doing that, she's gaming to mixed
この
results.
カートだ。
ねえ、世界続くね。皆さん
Oh my god, she's so crazy.
KO 痛いしたいならどうぞが痛い
いけよしいいぞ運が私に向いているが誰だあなたは
The more crazy side of Ado. I thought when she's singing, she's crazy. Right? I guess when she's gaming, she even more.
We're talking about somebody who's convinced that onions fly in Australia, okay? It's that same silliness that promotes her to make some of the most unhinged tweets known to man. Like this. Morning. Good morning. What kind of dream did you have today, everyone? Me? I had a dream about killing a lot of people. What's more, I had the same dream even after going back to sleep. It's amazing, isn't it? So I'm in a really, really terrible mood. Let's do our best today, too. Hey, Abo. No, I'm
Oh my
Otto!
god.
Okay, you are Hito. I seriously wanted to be the kind of handsome guy that I would be happy to sit next to. I really wanted to be that. But I've decided in my next life I want to be a pigeon at a theme park and wander around the customers, so I wonder what I should do. Real? I'm serious.
Absolutely and everything.
Congratulations on the 3rd anniversary of Prosecco. The 3rd anniversary means that 3 years have passed.
Third anniversary means 3 years. In other words, 3 years have passed. I can't believe it's been 3 years, and when 3 years have passed, people get 3 years older.
Congratulations on the 3rd anniversary. I'm watching. I want to eat soba noodles. Be grateful for an environment where you can eat raw eggs. Be grateful for an environment where you can eat tamago kake gohan. Be grateful for an environment where you can make soft-boiled eggs. Kill me. Listening to your own songs and feeling better is practically masturbating. That has got to be a mistranslation. Wait a second. Reply.
What?
Wait, that hates. Kill me. Listening to your own songs and feeling better is practically masturbating. That has got to be a mistranslation. Wait a second. Reply. Wait. Don't abandon me. I'll smoke on the balcony and I'll only drink low malt beer. I'll do all the housework and everything. So don't stamp the divorce papers. I'm underage, so I've never smoked. I can't smoke. I've never drunk. I can't drink. I can't do housework, and I wasn't married to anyone in the first place. Thank you for 7 million YouTube subscribers. I will continue to believe in my soul and move forward. I will die tomorrow. Jokes aside, she's always struggled with self-esteem, and even her successful career has yet to change that substantially. She's been on record saying that she is
Wow.
her #1 hater. No one in the world can hate Ado more than she does. She would love to view herself in the same favor her fans do, but she's just not there yet. But there's hope that she'll get there one day. Her fans want that more than anything because her music has been impactful to so many people and is in general just incredible stuff. Which brings me to the music itself.
So many beautiful people.
Ado's music. All things considered, Ado has the best and most impressive discography known to man. I said it, I believe it. Let's not forget that through her Utaite roots, she has had and continues to get incredible opportunities to work with some of the best and brightest Vocaloid producers in the business, with the unfathomable range.
Isn't it the most crazy thing to hear? Someone that is so successful, she still hated herself. That's the craziest thing for me. Let me know in the comments what you think about it. And actually, another thing that I think about it, it just give hope to know that even someone that hates himself or herself can get successful. I always thought that if I hate myself, I will never be able to get successful in anything. But I guess that's not the case. Definitely if Ado hate herself but got so successful, it just means that each and every one of us, if we hate ourselves, we can still get successful. As long as there is something inside us that believe in it. Because I think that's something that Ado always had. She believed in herself. She kind of believed in herself. That I think if she would not even try recording in her closet. I just want to believe that this was it, that she kept believing in herself. She's kept believing in herself, even though she hates herself. That's a question. I ask you what you think about it. Is it her belief, or is it something else, or what is it?
Of styles that community provides. In return, Ado delivers an unfathomable range that puts something special on every single track. People more knowledgeable in music and singing can tell you the finer details. All I can say is that she uses a deep repertoire of techniques to color her vocals in more ways than you could imagine. And she's been using this toolkit to creatively set her apart forever. But let's use the beginning of Usseewa as Exhibit A. The key word to Ado's staple style is intensity. Her vocals are intense.
Intensity,
Ado
it
continues
is.
to bring that to each track, as does every producer she works with. Lucky Bruto goes a different way with that booming drum and bass combo, and the vocals adding this droning tension to tie the vibe together. Rule is one where Ado goes from intense to crazy, with her upping the ante as the song progresses.
She's so much more than a
And then
singer.
you get that wild chorus.
She's an actor. She's a good actor.
Ado already has a distinct vocal style that separates her as is, but her voice can go every which way. Going back to Fleeting Lullaby, listen to how fast she's rapping here. She's also freestyling in flow and timbre in show. And if you want to slow it down, Ado can do that too, like the way she's gonna make you want to boogie in a mirror. And then Himawari is a type of shit you can frolic in the sunset to.
Himawari.
All night radio, oh my god. This is one of my favorite Ado songs. It's like she's harkening back to city pop in a way that makes it feel brand new.
Okay, I want to react to this song.
Ado
All
can
night
sing
radio.
anything, and everything she tries, she nails.
Is it a cover?
There is not a single bad Ado song, even in the face of some songs that may initially feel out of place. Dignity? Ado, what is this?
Oh
it's not
my God,
bad. I'm
that's
just really
crazy
confused
song.
about what you intend to do with this direction. I felt a
I have a
similar thing with
reaction
Elf,
video
where at
for
the
this
beginning
as
I
well.
wasn't on board with it all, then 2 seconds later,
Oh my god,
Wait, just
don't
wanna shout
sing,
out this
brother.
highlight too, because that's beautiful. Ado has done a lot of songs with John Yakitori over the years, but among all of them, Rockstar is such a different beast!
Rockstar. Oh my god, so many songs that I still don't know here.
Why does the song called Rebellion go so hard that it makes me
Oh,
want to
that's
start
a
a rebellion?
good one. Great animation
Episode X,
as well.
This is just the peak we get when the 2 biggest forces in J-pop team up. Don't forget that she's still in Utaite, and she's still putting out insane covers with her own stamp on every single one. You got Goddish, Charles, that band from Bocha the Rock, which isn't Vocaloid, but
She's playing here, the guitar. Nice.
Aishte.
Oh,
Holy shit.
Holy shit.
The original by Kikuo was already an all-time classic on some evil psychotic shit, and Ado decides to just do a little more. Ado shifts her range so much here, from soft and breathy to harsh screams on a dime.
oh, this song is crazy.
She keeps it going into the chorus.
I did
like a
reaction to
roller
this as well, so feel free to watch. Chite.
And then she takes it even further at this point.
Yeah.
No, she isn't done, because at the end of the last chorus, she pulls this out.
Yes! oh, I love this moment. Oh my god, she's so crazy.
Though she is playing music written by
my
other people,
God.
it's amazing how much expression she's able to convey through her voice alone. Then you got
Yes.
Shoka, a song that Ado wrote when she was 17 and touched up and released
Oh,
in October
Shoka,
24,
that's
while Ado
another
drags you into the deep,
beautiful
dark
song.
abyss with her. A lot of people who choose not to get into foreign music say they can't enjoy it as much because it isn't in English, which is a really funny way of saying you graduated from clown college. That is a very close-minded argument. If you really want to dismiss the lyrics, you're also wrong for that. If you really dig into the words
Japanese
Ado's
music
saying,
is
it's
so
crazy stuff.
better than
Gira
everything
gira,
else.
My face is as if God drew it with his left hand. Dude! Let's overlook the lyrics anyway, for the sake of argument. What you can't deny is the amount of emotion that Ado's able to convey. I don't care if you understand what it means or not, it's still a harder shot to the
Yeah.
heart than anything you're gonna find elsewhere. Most
So many
Western
songs
pop,
of
good
her
or bad,
made me
don't bring that
wanna
level
cry
of lyrical
just
or
because
energy to the track. Like
listening
A, B,
to
C, D,
her.
E, F, U, and your mom, and your sister, and your job. Now compare that to Ado.
Emotion.
Sometimes all I think about is you. Late nights in the middle of June. Heat waves been freaking me out. Can't make you happier now. Anxiety, keep on trying me. I feel it quietly,
Then they
trying to
don't
silence
sing,
me.
please.
Yeah, this is also just ripping off an instrumental from a better
No,
song.
do it. You're good. You're good. Oh, another crazy song.
Can we please talk about Sakura Fury Damages because this song, oh my god, I can't! This song is legendary. It was released on Otto's 22nd birthday. It was produced by Mafu Mafu, one of Otto's greatest inspirations, and it's a duet with Hatsune Miku. The vocalist that once upon a time made her believe that anything was possible. Well. After all this time, it's crazy how in touch she is.
I reacted to this duet without knowing anything about Vocaloids, without knowing anything about that Vocaloids was kind of her other inspiration. And I was literally saying in this video, wow, this, what's her name? Atsune. Wow, Ado is doing second voice to her. She must be so happy. And then I realized that it's supposed to be the other way around. Yeah, so watch this video, it's nice.
With the culture that built her. Even at Shinzo, a 2-day series of lives that drew in around 140,000 people at Japan National Stadium. An event where she became the first ever female artist to perform at that venue, she didn't let anyone forget where she came from or what being able to live her life means.
もともと自分のことが大嫌いで、
Oh, I
ど
heard
うしたら
this.
自分を大切にできるのかっていうのも、自分を大切にする方法も分からなくて、何の取り柄もなくて、こんな自分が歌を歌っていても誰にも認めてもらえるわけないじゃないかって、誰も必要としないって思っていました。何にもいいことなんてできてないし、何にも間違いばっかりで、それでも歌い続けることができたのは、ボカロと歌い手が DS の小さな画面の向こうでずっと歌を歌っていたからです。私はその画面の向こうに憧れて、何もできないかもって思った自分が
I cried so much when I watched
これだっ
this.
たら私がもしかしたら生きる理由になるかもしれないって思ったんです。自分と葛藤することも、自分の周りで自分自身と自分の過去と悩み続けることも、戸惑い続けることも、苦しみ続けることもたくさんありましたが、そんな日の最後には大好きな曲と大好きな歌を聴けば、一人の部屋の中でも遠くに輝く空を、夜景を見つめて、私もあの光の、私もあの望んだ景色に立ちたいんだって、だから絶対にやめちゃいけないって、そう思ったんです。私はこの未来を信じるしかないって、私は
That's what I said.
絶対に大丈夫だって、未来は誰にもわからないんだって、だったら絶対にそう思ってもいいじゃないかって、バカって思われても、いろんな人にいろんなこと言われてもいいじゃないかって、私の大好きな愛する文化が私の未来を信じさせてくれました。
Wow.
そして
So
私は
beautiful.
今この瞬間、その望んだ未来の上に立っているって言えます。歌い手じゃないかもしれない、ボーカロイドが本当に好きで、でも誰かにとっては 邪魔かもしれない。それでも間違いをたくさんしてしまって、私は絶対にこの助けられた恩を必ずこれから返していきたいですし、私はこれからずっと一人でも絶対にこの愛する文化を忘れないし、絶対に生涯愛し続けるって決めたし、私は今日のライブが彼女と歌ったあの曲が誰か一人のためになってこの文化へ恩返しができるきっかけの一つになったらとっても嬉しいなって思いました。まだ自分を大切にする方法も分かんないし、今日そしてこの2日間ここに立てて私を少しだけ好きになれた気がします。なので今日のことを皆さんも必ず少しでもいいんでどうか覚えていって覚えて帰ってくださったらとっても嬉しいです。そしたらこの客席にどこかにいるかもしれない幼かった自分が、何もできなかった自分が喜ぶと思うので、どうか忘れないでいただけるととっても嬉しいです。
In accordance with Auto World Domination, Auto has 3 major goals she wants to achieve: win a Grammy, perform at Coachella, and go on the largest world tour a Japanese artist has ever gone on. With everything she's done so far, who's to rule any of these things out? So fuck it. Let's cross one of these off right now. The Hibana World Tour took place from April 2025 to August 2025. Hibana in English translates to spark, and Ado wanted this tour to be the spark for her career and her culture on the world stage. The same Saitama Super Arena that she dreamed of playing at was just the first stop of the tour, in total performing 34 shows across 4 continents, attracting over half a million fans in total. Ado sold out 25 of these shows, including the largest indoor arena in France. No other Japanese artist even comes close to that. At every stop, the Ado faithful were there in droves, and she was appearing everywhere, even on Times Square in New York City. Guys, it's so amazing. Stop to think about this though. Ado is performing her discography over and over again on many times 2 to 3 days rest while traveling the globe. There isn't a word to describe how unbelievable that effort is. Hibana was one what the fuck moment after another at a level I'm convinced will never be replicated anywhere else. How do I know this? Well, I'm Dandy Starsurfer reporting live from one of Ado's concert stops and oh my god! So, we just came back from the Auto concert. I say we, as in me and my good friend Jonas. And I have the shirt and the lack of voice to prove it. To describe the Auto concert, take every insane thing about Auto as a talent and go even further than that. After the start build-up of this concert, she gets going immediately with Usseewa. And it just keeps going. The moment you think that we're gonna just like have a chill moment, nope. Show in the kira. Dude, this show, her lives do not stop at all. There is no downtime whatsoever. She doesn't really do any crowd work either. She just goes. It actually gets to a point where it becomes a battle for survival because I looked at Jonas and told him about maybe like a quarter of the way through, I don't have my voice left for anything. This was the one artist that I personally have always wanted to see live, and I'm glad I could finally check that off my bucket list. Dude, the video wall, the mix, her choreography is everything from graceful
you're driving a
to
Japanese
psychotic. And notice I haven't even talked about her singing yet because, oh my god, dude. Like, she goes so much harder and harsher at some point in some of her songs than you could hear in the studio releases, which
Again, the fact that there's so little downtime in this concert, I don't know how she manages to keep it up like that. Also, an encore was like 3 songs long, by the way, which was crazy work. The fact there was no downtime, there was literally like we're not talking about no like metaphorical light sparks. It was boom, 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 boom. It was an unforgettable experience and a testament to the kind of incredible talent that Otto is.
In that moment, and even now, it's hard to articulate what this experience was like. Personally, from when I caught on to Otto from Film Red to now, she was a rock during a really hard time for me. If you were to ask any Otto,
I'm gonna write
they'll
your
tell you that
comment
she
for
changed
this
or
video.
outright saved their life.
You're so
She's not
amazing,
just the most
brother.
talented singer on the planet.
Dandy.
Her story, all the pain she endured, all the work she put in, everything about her only makes anyone want to root for her more. And all she wants to do in return is to be a supporting role in someone else's story. Yeah, Otto did find out what her name actually meant a while ago, and she embraces that. At that concert I went to, she gave a speech where, in all her vulnerability, talked about how alone she was on her journey all this time. But she did it anyway, believing in her dream. And then, in English, she says, "It's okay to be alone. It's okay to dream." At that, I felt a violent spark in my heart. As a fan, and for what those words meant for me in my life, I was emotional over how poignant that message was. And I know Jonas was too. And so was everyone else in that arena. Tens of thousands of hearts sparked and set ablaze. Considering she's been spreading that message across the entire world, in a world where you can hear any message at any time, for Otto in her position to spread a message about hope and to hold firm about being a voice for this generation, it's incredible. You know, Otto's admitted that she's not the same teenager she was screaming Usseewa from her soul. 5 years as a professional has given her time to grow into a young adult, and we're not just seeing that from a technical level, but from a maturity level too. She's still trying to figure out the person that she is now. Personally, I hope she feels at least a little bit better about herself. I hope she can take pride in her talent and the person she's grown into so far. At the very least, I hope she knows the people that follow her have had a fire in their hearts that were sparked by her.
Wow. Wow, Dandy, you're the man, bro. I'm gonna write your comment right now in this video. Beautiful, beautiful video. Let's meet again, bro. Oh, wow. Okay. Wow, I was not expecting this. Coco Leong, I think that's your name, 9660, if my memory is right. Wow. Thank you for this recommendation. I learned so much about Ado, and I feel that like next time that I hear any of her songs, it will just be really something else than what I felt until now and what I thought about her until now, that she's like a good singer out of this world actually. But now it means so much more for me. So I'm so happy that you told me to watch it. Oh my god, Ado, you're so inspiring. Ado, you're so inspiring. And even at my age, that it's not 18 or 24, I feel that there is still hope after hearing this. Still hope to get successful in what we want to get successful in any age. So I wish this for all of us, to find our sweet spot in this world, the spot that we feel successful in, that we're getting what we want from, and that maybe we can even like ourselves or even love ourselves a little bit more. If it can be more than a little bit, so even better. That's something that I wish for all of us people. And I just want to say that as long as we have people that support us, I think this is something that can help us more. So let's support each other as a family as much as we can. Feel free to join our Discord server in the description below, and feel free to DM me if I can help in any way. Support with even just love with words or anything. I think we all deserve this. We all deserve someone that believes in us, someone that listens to us, and someone that is giving us the opportunity to believe in ourselves. Dandy, thank you for this video. I will sit and write you a comment right now. If you like this video and the content in my channel, we're getting closer and closer to 1K subscribers, and that's a very nice milestone for me to get. And I appreciate all the people that helping. You can be one of them, so hit the subscribe, hit the like, enjoy the journey. Until next time, much love, see you soon.